Today, I want to go over some things that's been kind of floating around Reddit lately, in the subreddit Street Fighter specifically. Today, I'm going to specifically talk about the possible Ryu buffs. As a disclaimer, we don't know if this is true. Capcom has not released any official patch notes of the balance changes that are coming out on May 22nd when Akuma comes out. Probably one of the biggest changes in Ryu that's possibly coming out, and how it could affect the current state of Ryu in comparison to what we have right now. Right now, when Ryu charges up in his Denjin, he can only throw it once in any strength. Light, medium, fire, light, medium, fierce. They're all the same speed, same damage, same startup, etc. And same thing with the Hashogeki. It's all the same, right? So you can't pick and choose when to use it, how to use it, and so forth. So with the possible upcoming balance patch, you're able to control it, have a little bit more flexibility, because the problem is right now is that Ryu, once he charges up his Denjin, his fireball game goes away, and fireballs are not that strong. I mean, they're okay in this game, but that's one of Ryu's main tool sets. So when you take out his fireball game and then only leave him with his stubby normals and pokes, he doesn't really have much, right? The fireball game is not really meant to zone, in my opinion. The way that I've always used the fireball game is to condition my opponent into jumping or being scared to approach neutral, right? Being scared to walk up at this distance, because it's a little bit harder to react, and they kind of just stop in their tracks when they have to parry or block it. Or if you bombard them with a ton of fireballs, you'll make them want to jump, and then at that point, if your fireball game is very good, they'll be scared to jump as well too, because they have no idea when you're going to throw fireballs. So when you charge up Denjin, you lose all that ability. You lose that entire mindset, that whole mind game that you've been working so hard to build throughout the years in Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5. That all goes completely down the drain when you charge up Denjin, because you can only throw it once and you just don't want to waste it, because it took you to do a combo that you didn't want to do just to charge up your Denjin, which is the donkey kick, leaves the opponent super far, and then you're kind of just like, all right, I hope they run into this. I hope they run into my stand fears, into buffer Denjin. I hope they run into my crouching medium kick, into OD Hashogeki. Oh, I hope so, right? So that's all you're kind of left with. You have no more mind games to kind of play with. You're kind of just stuck right here, and you shut down everything else. So you're stuck with your stubby normals and your crouching medium kick, maybe if you get it, but it's not even hit confirmable into drive rush. So now with the upcoming possible patch, you're able to control it by choosing when and where to use it. And from what I've read and what people are reporting is that if you have Denjin charged up and you do the light version of a fireball or medium version of a fireball or Hashogeki, you throw a regular fireball and a regular Hashogeki. And the only way the Denjin will come out is when you want to use it, when you throw a heavy version of a fireball or a Hashogeki. So that means Ryu's mind game is back. He's able to throw fireballs at neutral or attempt to zone out from over here and bait out jump-ins and so forth. So the opponent constantly has to play this minefield of whether you're gonna throw a fast fireball, a regular fireball, a Denjin fireball, etc. And they're always constantly having to think about that. So that means them walking up like this, right, becomes much more difficult. Them wanting to jump becomes much more difficult because they have no idea when you're going to throw that Denjin, because you're able to kind of just hold it and be more flexible with it. It will help Ryu, and it will help establishing and maintaining the mind game of the fireball minefield that you get to do. So which is great. Like I said earlier, not only are you able to control when to throw the Denjin fireball, you're able to control when to throw the Denjin Hashogeki. And I think a lot of people were kind of focusing on the fireball part, but it's so great for Hashogeki as well too, because us Ryu players, especially when we have level 3, most of us want to go into crouching medium kick, Hashogeki, hit confirm into level 3, because it's a nice little poke and it's safe on block and it's great, right? Right now, if we have Denjin and we go into crouching medium kick, Hashogeki, it's not a true combo. The only way this works, I believe it's in counter hits or punish counter. Let's actually try right now. So on counter hit, it connects, but on regular hit, it does not connect. So that means you lose this ability to hit confirm your crouching medium kick into Hashogeki into level 3. You lose that ability because you're not able to control it, but with the upcoming buff, you're able to, you know, pick and choose and be like, all right, sick, now I get to hit confirm my crouching medium kick into Hashogeki, or I could just do my, you know, whatever into stand hard punch into Denjin Hashogeki, right? So this is a great change for Ryu. Obviously, a lot of Ryu players have been waiting for this buff. They've been wanting this buff. You know, I know, I see, and I hear them pray to the Ryu gods that maybe Capcom will give him the buff that he needs to be up there with Lily. I'm just kidding. Ryu is one of the most played characters in pretty much almost Street Fighter franchise or Street Fighter edition that we have so far, you know, especially in the lower ranks. A lot of people play Ryu. He's even though Luke is at the cover of Street Fighter 6, Ryu is still the poster boy by heart. The other buff that's been kind of you know, kind of floating around that people are talking about is Ryu is able to cancel into his Denjin charge off of the target combo. Now, I was personally hoping that he would have been able to cancel off of more normals. I don't know, or like specials or something like that. Maybe like a faster Denjin charge after donkey kick, so it'll give him a little bit more Oki or something. I don't know, something like that. Not Oki, but a little bit more advantage. But right now, what's floating around is that Ryu could cancel from his worthless and useless target combos that he has right now. And if you guys never seen his target combos, this is his target combos. You probably only seen this in very specific setups, and I'll show you one of those setups right now. Okay, so one of the setups right now off of the target combo is that if I do the stand medium punch, stand light kick into heavy kick into immediate heavy donkey kick, I get this really meaty ass donkey kick that's safe on block, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I'm still +1 after that. So that's the setup that you'll never see. That's a setup that most Ryu players probably will never do. You might seen it a couple times in some combo videos or some highlight reels or something like that, but it's not really a setup that a lot of us, or I mean, well, maybe I speak for myself, but that I don't really see that often. And it's funny how Capcom thought about this buff, because it's the buff that we need, but we didn't ask for. I don't remember anyone ever saying, oh, damn, I wish I could do Denjin charge off of a target combo. I don't think anyone was thinking about the target combo. Let's be honest, guys. We all forgot that Ryu had a target combo in this game. Other one that a lot of people use, and it's good for chip, it's good for drive chip gauge. It's a standing hard punch into standing hard kick. If you want to go for the day one Ryu cheeky setup, you can do drive rush, drive rush, stand hard kick combo, reset into drive impact again. So that is a cheeky drive impact setup that Ryu has that you probably never see as well too. I've done that a couple times on stream, but I almost forget it's there every single time that I play because I rarely use this target combo. I'm assuming that if they gave him this ability to cancel off of this into Denjin, they probably gave it to the target combo as well too. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, AM, why is that even important? How does that make the target combo relevant again? Well, let's say, and this is part of the report as well too, this is what people are, you know, this is what this person reported, is that after the target combo and he cancels into Denjin, Ryu remains plus on block, or plus on, he remains plus on their wake up still. Now, who knows how plus? +1, +2, you know, whatever, but it's plus. So the way that I've been thinking about it is like kind of like how they buffed Jamie, right? You know how they buffed Jamie where he's able to throw and go into immediate drink level and he's like +7 and he'll get a meaty ass standing medium kick, hit confirm into whatever he wants to, or and then the person has to guess whether they're a walk up throw or something like that. So if it's kind of the same situation, that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. It gives me a reason to use the target combo in this situation into Denjin, because the biggest thing about having Denjin is having Denjin in the corner. That's the biggest thing, is when you have the opponent in the corner and you have Denjin charge and you have the flexibility on when and where to use this Denjin charge, right? That's what's great about this buff. Pretty much you could just keep harassing with regular Hashogeki over and over, and then use your heavy Hashogeki with Denjin, be even more plus. This is like almost endless. I know right now you might not use it, but I feel like if this buff is real, then it gives you way more incentive to use this target combo. Yeah, man, I think Ryu's gonna be great. I don't know if he's gonna be super strong, but if there are more buffs to his utility, to his tools, that'll be amazing. So these are a very unconfirmed, not very, but these are unconfirmed Ryu potential buffs that's coming out in the new balance patch coming out on May 22nd. I'll take it with a grain of salt, but so far it's looking pretty fucking good, and I hope they do more with Ryu. What do you guys think? What do you think? What else do you think Ryu needs to become good?